Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 47-degree Monday, the 28th of April. It's only 50 degrees as it is now. Usually there's a bigger swing, but the clouds have a way of neutralizing the temperatures. I see blue back there. Rain's supposed to come in tomorrow, and the fog was so thick this morning. It looks like it rained out here. The grass and everything's just soaking wet. You hear earlier you could hear the gutters dripping. That's a lot of fog. But it's clearing off now. A little bit ago there was a little sunburst out. It's coming through the back window. Back there in the bedroom. I was like, look at that. Anyway, beautiful spring morning. It's Monday. Let's head on off to work. Yo, come on along. 53 and cloudy here in Van Chulo. I don't think it's supposed to be very hot either.
No, I think it's
62 is supposed to be the high. That'd be comfortable.
Yeah.
Mama?
Just a hot.
A daggum Monday.
She's sneaky.
Boy, she comes around way the heck too dang fast anymore. You know that?
Heartbeat.
Yeah, it's like the weekends. They just go in a flash.
Yeah.
Especially when you spend a whole day doing a birthday party or thing like that. It's just like, there's your weekend.
Yeah.
But we got a good ride out of it, though.
Yeah, we did. That was nice, right?
Yeah, that was really nice. But Mama,
Just a hot.
let's go on in there and earn our keep.
All right.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful Monday there.
You too, happy.
All right. I'll see you in the passage.
All right.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So the Aoocci thing showed up. It's a 4-pound package. 3.885 pounds. What in the world is in that thing? Bonk. But I don't know if I want to do an unboxing here or what, but I'll hack it out of its cage it's in, and we'll go from there. Pretty cool. My quad lock stuff should be here today too. It's not here yet, but I think it's coming FedEx, and FedEx truck just dropped off some stuff, so maybe it's in that. Yay. So this is how it came. And there's something extra on the side. I don't know what that is. There she is. C6. It's supposed to be the C6 Pro, I think is what it, yeah. Well, it doesn't say on there. It's funny that it says it's spelled, with 2 O's and 2 C's, but then on the device itself, it's 1 O and 1 C. So, nice. Oh, it's even got my name on there. Send to the States. So what's in the extra box here? Get it open. Oh, I'm tearing it. Oh, I thought all this stuff was on the inside. Good Lord, come on out. Yeah, it's all the different ram mount things. Oh, you know what? I might be able to use one of these balls and hook it on that pipe. I don't know, we'll come up with something. Nice. That's the thing. Oh, it slides in the box sideways, looks like. Oh, it's probably just a cover. I'm thinking. Yeah. Let's just do an impromptu opening here if I can. Nice quality box. I like it when it's like that. Don't jam up on me. Keep it going. Oops, almost knocked her out. And see, it's got a whole bunch of mounting stuff down in there too. Tons of stuff. It's amazing how heavy this thing is. Boy, she's packaged in there good. There's lots of wires. 4 wires come out of this one. So that's cool. But we'll piddle with it. That's a lot of stuff. It's cool, the extra extra mounting hardware. You know, for like hooking up to, you can use like a mirror post, it looks like. There's a flat base. I wonder if that's the shape of the back of the device. You should go right to from ball head to ball head. We have options. But we'll piddle around with it. I got some things to do here at work to make it so you can play with the toys here at home. So Aoocci did send me this thing, so I didn't pay for it. So Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That's the nice thing about these. You can just do whatever. Use whatever you want. Nice. See if I can make this show up on camera. But you remember when that was all bent and rolled up? I pulled it out and unraveled it. See, it's got a little rolling wheel. And see, and in this mode, this is, you know, a park brake. Yeah, park brake off. So this would be the running mode. So this, with that switch click down, the light will be off. And then it'll go forward, you know, it rotates clockwise, and it'll go forward. And of course, it lets go of the switch, and that's when your park brake light flashes. And what happens is that thing, it's not smart enough to know when to stop, but it'll go to a certain point, and it'll go over this ramp, and then the switch falls behind that. And then it goes, oops, I went too far, and then it reverses, and then this sharp edge takes that little arm for that switch and just chews it. It was rolled up like a candy cane. But anyway, so here it is all back together. You should have about this much movement in that. Not that much. Literally, the cable comes off. But it's going to be way off because it needs pads. But you gotta take all that off to adjust or to replace the pads anyway. And I will throw some light on it here. Yeah, look at the pads. So to get you on the other side, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna focus on it. But what's interesting is how the pads appear to collapse in the middle. See how wide they are at the top? They're even wearing uneven. And all that noise here, that's what makes them things go rah, 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 when you go backwards on these old things. This is that 2011 RTS. So I'm gonna throw these don't have, you can't spin these things around like you can the newer ones. So we just need to get it up in the air. And I never did hook up to it to see if the ACS works. I have a feeling it doesn't because it's completely bottomed out. I had a heck of a time getting it on the bench. So yeah, that could be an ugly problem too. An expensive problem because that whole rear has to come off to do it. And you can't air them up. I mean, I can go inside and disable ACS, but all the different sensors, because you know the hose goes into this sensor, it's just going every which way, and it'll just bleed the air off. It'll last, if you're lucky, a tank of gas, and it'll just bleed off. There's just way too many fittings, where a non-ACS just has one hose that goes from the Schrader valve straight to the top of the bag. Oh, you know what that is? That is the part where you drag a part of the harness. You drag the harness through the frame. Because these old ones, the harness runs through the frame. And they say you have a better chance of damaging a new harness than repairing the old harness. See that brake reservoir. Brake fluid looks nasty from down here. Looking up from the top side. And this one's kind of interesting. This is on my appointment. I'm trying to turn the light off here. There we are. Look at that. That's got to be, do I have the RO? Oh, that's 2017. I didn't know they made a standard one in 17. Really? That's a 17? That looks like a 14 to me. That looks like my first demo. They come with nothing. No ACS, no fancy floorboards. Yeah, maybe that was like maybe this is a S model because it came with a non-chrome. I can tell you right quick without flashing customer info. Yep, it's a RT standard. So I don't think the standard, well, I think it had floorboards on the back, but had pegs in the front. Oh yeah, the pegs are still underneath there. But anyway, they went to add coolant to it and dropped the cap. And oh man, you can see they're tearing everything apart to get to that cap. I can't believe where I found that thing. I can't believe I seen it. At the last second, I'm like, oh no, is that it right there? So I had to use one of those, flexible things with the syringe. It has the claws that come out and grab on the end. Got all the way down in there and just nicked a corner of it and was able to pull it out. And it was hauled here because that is your pressure cap. It's not only your reservoir, but that's your pressure cap. So, it was suggested do not drive it. One, it's going to overheat without pressure. Then when it overheats, it's going to come up and come out of the bottle. It's just going to make a huge mess. It could be dangerous. If it loses enough, it's going to hit the back wheel. If you ever hit coolant on a motorcycle, that's just as bad as ice. It's bad. See, the standard didn't come with any of the fog light stuff. The good old plastic tub. That was the best tub ever, was on that standard one, because I could stick stuff in there. The tub, if you pack it tight, when you lift it, it pulls the carpet out. And then if you have the carpet on there, you got to take all the stuff apart because it wraps around and goes on Velcro pieces all underneath there. So you can't just pull it out. So you can see some of the Velcro pieces here, on the outside where you can get to it. But you can't get to the ones that's all underneath there. Yeah, RT standard. They got some, is that a knob? Yeah, some kind of knob there. I don't know what's going on there. But a mirror over there. It just had blank plugs in here, stock. Looks like they got a charge port there. A little RAM mount going on. Everything was just that gray color. They weren't black or chrome. You could get those adjustable bars that were in chrome, and but a lot of people complained that it reflected the sun at you. So when I got them, I always went with the black. And see, it does not have the little marker lights up there either. But I like the trunk. Just leave no carpet in there. Carpet looks good, but for use, everything, it's slippery and you get more stuff in it. You'd be surprised how much room that carpet interior takes up. But anyway, to fight for a bit to get that cap out of there. Took me a bit to find it. Daggum LED. Oh, look at them. They're all coming apart. Man, don't put those things on your bikes. They're really, really, really cheap. You're paying a lot of money for them. And it's just, slap together stuff from China. Just stay away from that stuff. They do fail. They absolutely guaranteed to fail. They just can't take the weather and the sun and everything else. They may look good for a minute or two, but then they all fall apart. You're safe to plug them in because all the power source going to the fender is 12 volt. It's not CAN bus at all. So you can safely plug it in. I say safely. I usually see a spaghetti factory going on underneath there. It's just a nightmare when you look under those A-arms where someone has wired that stuff in. Because they usually do, a substandard job. What is that going across there? Well, that might be going up to the power port up there. But anyway, I'm missing the inside of the cover here. Then what was it else I noticed in here? Oh, this is classic for these things. And the problem is, you can't get it back in. If you take, which is way easier, because it's only 2 screws that hold this in and it locks in the back. But the problem is, what I've been finding as these things get older, is when you take the screw out, I don't know how they found this. There's a captured nut inside there, and that thing slides up from the front. There's no way to get that back in. There's no access hole in the back. You can't get it back in. And because it's pointing downhill, and as they get older, as soon as you take the screw out, it slides and falls out the end. And I mean, you got to take the tub off and take the tub apart. The hole's just right here, but there's no way you can get anything in there to grab that and pull it up there. I mean, if you had a hole in the back, you might be able to, stick something with a little hook and grab it and slide it through. Otherwise, you got to take the tub apart, and this piece has to come out, and that's one of the last pieces you take off. You completely disassemble the hood or the front assembly. There is literally nothing left but the box and that piece in the middle, just to get that in. Not easy, and I guarantee it won't be cheap. So I see a lot of these. When I open up the hood and I look down, I see there's just 1 screw in there. Yeah, it's a real pain to take it off the other way, to take the 4 screws, 2 on each side, and they're Loctited in there. The best thing is, at all costs, avoid taking the hood off. I know that makes it easy, and I know you'll probably go, well, I can just slide the bolt out. No, because it's captured in between these 2 walls here. Can't get it out. And there's the hook in the bottom that grabs these here. So it hooks in there and the screws at the top. But I see a lot of them running around with 1 screw in them because nobody wants to pay to take that thing apart like that. So you gotta be really careful. I don't even know how you're gonna know that it's gonna slide out. But the older they are, I don't know if the plastic around the captured nut gets small or something. Does it shrink? I have no idea. But as they get older, you take it off and it slides right down the trough, and here you go, ding ding. Might have just fell all the way through. Did it fall all the way through? Oh yeah, I can see light underneath there. Yeah, because the skid pan, there's a gap in the skid pan. So it probably just fell out the bottom. And they go, oh, well, I'll put that back when I go back together. No, you're not. There's a way to get it back, but it ain't pretty. This is correctly adjusted. I'm gonna just the stopper right there. Just come off of that thing. And this has got a lot of tension in it, so it'll pull it back. So let me hold the phone here, reach up and activate the park brake. Oh, wrong button. So she's locked down. And see, it's letting go of the switch. When I reactivate it, it's now telling me the park brake is off. So it's a normally on switch. Is that right? Saying that right? So when it's locked, the switch is off. So no light when it's off, light when it's on. Or said that backwards. So when it's off, the switch is depressed. When it's on, it's not depressed, and that's what triggers the light on the dash. Then when it's off, park brake is off. There we are. Cool beans. But it'll have to be redone when if they do the brake pads. It definitely needs brake pads. Holy moly. Anyway, make up my list of stuff. surprisingly, there's no leak whatsoever from that oil pump. You'll see it coming from right around in there, right between the starter holding base there. You'll see it oozing out. The weep hole is just to the left there, but you gotta reach in with a mirror and look down to see the weep hole. It usually leaks oil, not coolant, oddly enough. The oil pump, the seal. So they've updated the seal like 3 times, I think it was, in the last one. Fixed it. So I don't have to have all my stoppers going here. I got tie down so it can't go backwards, and of course a board, I don't want to go forward and cram into the motorcycle clamps and scratch the hood or anything, or the nose piece as it may be. But here we are. A little bit of tech talk today. 2 of the 3 quad lock things showed up. This is the hardwired wireless charger. This is this little adhesive pad that you 3M sticky on there. Even has a little extension if you want it to rise a little higher. And this thing is, excuse me, ever so thinner than the USB one, which is more stuff to it, and it has a on-off button and stuff on it. This one's designed to be a keyed hot. Either you put a switch in it or you just put it to a keyed hot. And I've got a place I just put it to a keyed hot. It's kind of cool. I'm like, well, those look like little grommets. Well, if you run it through something, a surface, you drill 8mm hole, run your wires through there, and so you got a nice tidy connection. And quad lock stuff reminds me of buying Apple products. It's just so nicely packaged and they're just, top-notch quality. They kind of hard to beat, and it locks. The charge plate drops. If you can see that dropping. When you put your phone in there, she is locked in. She ain't coming out. I had the same thing, but I had the USB one that plugs in the back. The sad thing is that one that won't hold the phones is about that diameter of that inner ring. It's just so small and thin. I mean, it's just paper thin. I was trying to avoid the big gaudy look, of that thing, but, it does its job. It locks the phone and all that stuff. I won't be dropping that thing anywhere. But, little heat sink things in the back there, and it's nice. And the other thing I have is, like I said, it's one you can either plunger it or suction cup it to your windshield, or it comes with a disc that has some kind of a gel thing on it that will even, because a lot of car dashes have a kind of a rough, non-smooth texture to, reflect the light, so you don't get a reflection from your dash. And so you can decide whether you want to dash mount it, and that little plate sticks down, then the suction cup sticks to that. That's back ordered until next month sometime. I thought this little sticky pad could come in handy somewhere. I don't know. It was really cheap, so I snagged it. But that was the main thing I want. And then the little suction cup thing, and I'll use that magnetic one, the non-locking quad lock. But I gotta wire it to a Mo pickle. She's got plenty of wire, so I can, just cut it to length. But yeah, nice. Always really nice. You stick with what works good. So everything went back together smoothly. She must adjust the coolant level just absolutely at the perfect spot, which is kind of hard to see when you look in from the top. You'll almost see the little orange at the base of it, but if you look, that's where it is. what you gotta do is you gotta look up from underneath and just see where it's at to the bracket. You can see it's right there by the bracket. That's just exactly where she needs to be. And it was only a single cuss word getting the battery hold down bracket in on this one. It wasn't even that. It went in fairly easy. You know, it's funny that these don't even have the trunk ajar warning on them, which is kind of ridiculous because other than it can be loose and or not locked and cause some issues with somebody opening the thing up. When you're going down the road, it's not going to fly forward. It's got the wind resistance against it. But yeah. Oh, this is shocking. Despite what those things look like with all their little coating off of them, the only one, everything on here is functioning except for one. Just that front clear one. Man, I can't believe those things are absolutely look like they're just completely destroyed. I'm amazed that they're working at all. You know, the clear coating that they have on them, you're just you're literally touching the elements. Which these probably still have the clear coating on them because they're not exposed to the sun. Yeah, they feel like they do anyway. But yeah, she's good to go. Ready to roll. She's got some running lights out there. Ooh, nice and bright too. That's nice. All right. The only code was some old VCM thing. It was voltage related. Or just probably had a hiccup one day or something. Oh, I got that one captured nut inside there. So what I did, I ran a piece of safety wire through, pulled it out the other side, made a little hook on it, and very carefully held the nut with one hand and the safety wire. And then when I got it through the hole, I just slowly pulled it through, and it didn't quite click in. You could look in and see half the nut filling the hole, and just reached in with a scribe and just lifted it the rest of the way. It was actually held in there fairly tight, so not sure how it got popped out of there. It was still grabbing and holding on. But yeah, that was no issue. Here we are. She's a beauty. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, it started getting really cloudy. It started coming here towards Toledo. That was crazy. It cooled off. And, yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, though. Mm-hmm. But that's just the one day for now. Then it's going back. Well, it was saying almost in the 90s on Thursday, but now it's looking like lower 80s. I don't know. Check it. Check it in a couple hours. It'll change again. Mm-hmm. But it's a fun day. Did a lot of Spyder techie talk stuff. I don't remember what all I recorded. I just rattle on with the camera in my hand. Sort it all out when I sit down tonight. But I reckon on that, we will roll on out.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. All right.
And we'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.